Hello, everybody. Very sorry for the slight delay. Technical issues. I'm not in my usual location this week. So all you need to do to get a reading is comment, share, like, do all of the usual stuff, and you will get put onto the list for a small 3-card reading. The small 3-card reading looks at where you are now, where you are going, and what do you need to change to get there. How is that going to work for you? Is it going to be doing an immediate change or long-term change? Those kind of things. Hello, hello, hello. All right, your comments are flashing up very, very quickly. Hopefully we will get a little bit clearer in a second. Okay. Hello to everybody tuning in. So, Patrick, your name has stayed up long enough for me to actually read it. Doing everything I can to kind of block it out. Stop that flickering, but hey, here we go. Oh. Marianne Harris. Have we spoken in the past, Marianne? Right. Okay, let's get started. Bree McGrath, Nancy would love a reading. I was going to do Patrick, but the cards weren't pulling at that minute, Patrick. So we're going to start with Nancy and see if Patrick comes back to me, if his people come back to me. Okay. So here we go. Okay, Nancy, where you're at right now, you need to listen to your true feelings. Let's see if we can get this on the camera. There we go. That's where you are at the minute. Your future, you will relax and find everything is actually okay. And you will get there by knowing that you are gifted. So let's take a look at what that means for you properly. Listen to your true feelings. Here we go. At the minute, you are... Yeah, you're wearing the hat of many colors, aren't you? You're trying to do everything for everyone, which generally means that you're not really succeeding because you're trying to do too much for everyone else and not enough for yourself. What I mean by that is not that you ignore everybody else, not that you upset and dismiss their needs, their wants, and everything else. But it does mean that you have to include yourself in the list. You have to look after yourself and be supportive of your own needs. The thing is, when you get used to wearing that hat of many colors, when you get used to actually doing everything for everyone and not including yourself in the mix, you end up ignoring your own feelings. You end up not actually recognizing what you need, and then you can only do half a service to them and not really any service to yourself. So that's where you are at the minute. You need to be listening to your true feelings. Now, how are you going to do that? How are you going to put your feelings first, my sweet? Well, first, you're going to admit that you have skills, that you have things that people value, that they need and appreciate. Just moving the camera a little bit here, just to see if I can get rid of that light. Let's see, that's not actually helped at all, has it? Let's move it back again. Try that. Oh, goodness, I am sorry about this. Technical difficulties, like I say, not in my usual situation, so it's pretty hard to kind of get things settled. Now, you're going to recognize your own gifts, your own talents, your own value, what you bring to the table, what you can do. You don't need to dismiss what everybody else can do, but you do have to recognize what you can do, because other people value it. They wouldn't be asking you to help them out and relying on your help if they didn't actually value what you say. Okay? Now that brings you to your future. the stress and the worry that you're going to have over, am I doing the right thing by everybody else? Am I helping everybody else? Well, that's actually going to be settled more and more by realizing everything's okay. So this isn't about sitting there. Look at that unicorn. That is a beautiful pattern on that unicorn there. This isn't about saying that everything is okay, you don't have to worry about anything. This is saying the world doesn't end if you stop wearing the hats of many colors. The world doesn't end if you actually say to them, yeah, not only can I do what you want, but I can also do this on top. Okay? I hope that makes sense for you, Nancy. But basically, put yourself on the list and recognize your own value. People rely on you, and they wouldn't do that if you were as useless as you keep telling yourself you are. Okay, my lovely one? Take care, and let's see who else is waiting for me. Bree. Let's see where we go. Round and round the wheel goes. Right, Marianne, your name is coming to me. So let's have a look at Marianne. I remember talking about it. In fact, I do recall the sharing of commiserations about how our name is said, because also from birth, on legal documents and all the rest, I am Marianne. Now, in truth, I'm Titch. I've always been Titch. Everybody who knows me has known me as Titch since I was a very small child, mainly because I was a very small child. So, Marianne. Right, where you are currently, very soon. Now, all of these cards do have a bottom line there. So I'm going to bring that in close. What you're asking for will happen soon in a happy way. Your future card is just be yourself. Yeah, I recall the Marie Ann, one builder I worked with for a while called me Murray Ann. And no matter how many times I said, don't call me Murray Ann, call me Titch, please call me Titch. Like, no, I can't call you Titch Murray Ann. Your change card, Marianne, is Wish Upon a Star. So let's get back to that and take a look at what this means. So, I don't know if I showed you, your future will be just be yourself. So very soon, something that you are planning for, hoping for, trying to sort out. It's not a majorly big deal, but it is important to you. It is something that you need finished and done. It's something that's been waiting a while to get there, and you've been working at it. And very soon you're going to see the end in sight, the light in the tunnel. And the light in the tunnel is not going to be a train coming. It is going to be the actual results. You are going to see them. You're going to question it, though. You're going to ask, is it a train coming? Until you start realizing that your future can be all that you wish for if you start actually wishing for it, instead of doubting it and questioning it and challenging, this is wrong, I should do this better, I should do this differently, and all of those natural questions you have when you're uncertain of yourself. You need to start going, instead of planning for the bad, I need to look for the good. So that means that we all get caught up in the what if. What if it goes wrong? What if it goes bad? What if this messes up? What if I can't do it? What if I can't finish it? But what if you can? What if you're actually better than you think? What if the result is better than you think? What if the future options open to you are better than you think? Well, when you start looking at things that way, you find yourself in a future where you're just yourself, where you don't have to pretend. And that does cover your spiritual pathway. That does cover the gifts that you have. Have that confidence that you're not getting it wrong. Have that faith that the voice inside you that tells you this is what this means, this is what that's going on about. Have the faith that actually it's just yourself, not wrong, not imagination. It's you, and you're enough. Okay, my sweet. Take care of you and have a little bit of faith in you. You have talents. Everybody has talents. Now, the only way that you know how to manage and work with those talents is by actually doing it. This is true. Marianne, you do. This is what I actually tell myself in the mirror every day. Stop doubting, trust, and believe. Okay, my love? Now let's move on to the next. Who have we got waiting in the wings? Patrick. Is Patrick still around? Because I've got Patrick coming back to me now. I've got a strong gentleman coming for him. So hopefully you're still there, my sweet. Let's see what we've got. This guy that's with me he's not giving me much to go on in terms of how old he is, how old he was. He was a mature gentleman. He wasn't a child, a teenager or early 20s. Dress-wise, he's presenting himself as quite well-dressed, but I'm still not getting a time frame because men's dress in the last 100 years hasn't changed an awful lot. One of those guys who's assertive without having to be bolshy about being assertive. Okay. Let's see. There's your first card, Patrick. I hope you're still there. I'm talking into the wind, but I'm going to have faith. I'm going to not doubt. I think your person would have stepped away if you weren't still around. Okay, Patrick, your current card, pets. Your future card, worth waiting for. And how will you get there? Love from your parents. Now, this one is quite a convoluted one for you, my love. It's telling you right now that if we start thinking about the relationship with pets, Patrick, can you just drop us a hiya or a yeah or something or other to say that you're still listening? Because you're getting told that you do need to consider that affection that we give our pets, like the undemanding, constant love. If we look at how pets respond to us, that is what they give us. They give us that acceptance. They give us that universal, unconditional, yes, I'm here for you. Give me my dinner and I will love you forever. That's where you need to be treating yourself now. You need to be giving yourself some of that unconditional love. To get to your future that is worth waiting for, you also need to look at what the love is like from parents. Now, in the Walt Disney World and Hallmark World and other seasonal movies, the idealized perfect parents are always there for you. They always love you. They're always supporting you. They're always got your back. And, you know, they will tell you, yes, you can be anything. Yes, you can achieve anything. They will also tell you that you need to put the work in. You don't get to be strong and fit without doing your exercise. You don't get to be a healthy person in body and mind without having the right nutrition inside of you. And you don't get to be a loving, kind, considerate person without getting enough sleep and so on. So the love from your parents is one that is very nurturing and caring, but it's also quite realistic, quite, there's a consequence to things. There is an importance of 1, 2 equals 3. Yeah. Now, if you can give yourself that realistic nurturing after a period of time where you're doing the unconditional nurturing that pets give you, you then start bringing in the realism. You start bringing in the, maybe I'm not God yet, but maybe I could shoot for the moon, shoot for the stars and hit the moon, that kind of thing. And that will bring you to your world of being worth waiting for. You start opening the doors in your own options, actions, and adventures. You start saying anything is possible when you're kind to yourself. When you are being negative and dismissive of yourself, then you don't actually give yourself the opportunity to bloom. All right, Patrick, I hope you're there. I hope you've heard that. I hope you're still with us. Please send us a message if you are. And other than that, let's move on. Hello, Lisa Jo. Hello, Julie. Hello, lots of people. Let's see what we're getting. Lighthouse Dreamer. Hello, Lighthouse Dreamer. What a bright message you've got there with your waving hands. I do love to see where people are from when they're having a look in. I saw somebody saying they were from Michigan. Hello, Michigan. Hello, any other places in the US? Hello, UK. All right, there's your first card. Now, just in case you're wondering what it is I'm doing here, the way I work, I'm entirely spirit-led. And as spirit-led, that means that I don't pull the cards. It means I shuffle the card. Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Wow. Nice. So I get spirit to pull the card for us, and that means that my energy shouldn't impact too much. Any efforts that you're having during the day where you might have gone, you know, I'm having a really bleh day or I'm having an okay day, that doesn't bring into the reading. Earthquake? In the UK? I'm in Shrewsbury. We're not in Shrewsbury, actually. I'm not. I lied to you. I apologise. I'm usually in Shrewsbury. Today, I'm in Northamptonshire. But let's get to your cards, my love. First card, love. Now, isn't that a beautiful image? Oh, wait, I'll have to look on the news. I didn't see that. Your future is listening to your true feelings. Okay, sweet? And you will get there with some healing. I love that young unicorn there in that image. It's very innocent, I think. So, right now, what do we have? Right. Your first card of where you are at the present or near present is bleeding into your change card, okay? The love section is coming in. Again, this is about how you're treating yourself. You are not being totally kind. You're not being totally behind yourself. You're not being totally supportive of yourself. You're over questioning, you're over criticizing, you're over condemning in some respects. You're constantly telling yourself you can't do this, you haven't got this, you're not important, you don't count, all of that nonsense. And you need to actually give yourself the love that you would give to your partner, your child, your pet. It doesn't matter who, but it's that love and affection that you would give them. It's that reassurance. It's that being there constantly for them that will tell you the truth about yourself. You need to give yourself that love. You need to stop berating and start supporting. This will lead into you being able to heal yourself from the harm and the difficulties that your mind keeps on criticizing you for. Now, let's take a kind of a step back here and take a look at you. The criticism that you offer yourself, the difficulty that you place on yourself in terms of saying, this is my fault, this I did wrong, this is something I should have done differently, better, in another way. All of those things that you put on yourself are holding you as the sole person responsible for all that is good or wrong or right or everything else in your life. And I'm sorry to say, my love, you're not that powerful. None of us are. None of us are wholly and solely responsible for every single aspect of our life. There are other people involved. even if you don't believe they are, even if you can't see them because they're working at a distance, or it's your boss, it's your parents, it's your neighbors, even if they're not somebody that you would consider to be close to you, they still have an impact on you. You are not the only one responsible for the best and worst of your life. Realizing that is where your healing comes in. Realizing that is where you start healing yourself, looking after yourself, being kind to yourself. That's where you start actually saying, do you know what? I can do this, and I can do this without criticizing everything. Okay? It's also where you end up listening to your true feelings, and that is your future. Listening to your true feelings lets you actually judge without all the harshness and criticism where you're doing right, where you can improve, where you can do better or differently. Sometimes differently is better than trying to improve, because different is in itself an improvement. Okay? So that is it for you, my sweet. You need to be an awful lot kinder to yourself in order to be able to fairly judge your feelings. Okay, darling? I hope that makes sense. But it's coming from a place of love and not trying to criticize you too badly. My daughter's kitchen implements are getting in the way there. There we go. But at least I've made the light go away a little bit. Okay, let's move on and see who else we have still waiting. Ooh. Jody Jenkins, I think was your surname, my love. There you are, darling. That's who's grabbing my attention right now. I say grabbing my attention, you're grabbing my spirits, my spirit guides and supporters. There we go. There's your second card. Now look for your change card, and we will see what is happening for you. You're more than welcome, my love. It's just whoever is catching their attention. They're the ones doing all the hard work. I let them take the lead. Oh, they're being very fussy about making sure you get the right card there. There was two that pulled out then, so let's give them another chance to go round again. Get me that. There it is. All right, let's take a look here. So your present card. Oh, what a lovely one to get. Your true. Now this one is actually your heartfelt truth. So that's where you are at the minute. Heartfelt truth. Future. Cuddling kitty cats with unicorn at your feet. Sounds like a good place to be to me. Also being thankful. And you will get there through the happy thoughts and looking to the future. So let's break that down a little bit for you, my love. What is coming for you relatively near? It's not quite as clear as you absolutely getting to your heartfelt truth, getting that truthful answer that you know in your heart, having that be clear. That's a little bit cloudy for you at the minute. It's kind of like you're a bit of a bee buzzing around a flower garden. You're going from, I need this, I want that, I need the other, I'm good at this, I can do with that, that would be better, and this is okay, and that's nice, and this is wonderful. Should I go back to the beginning? You're kind of a little bit all over the place at the minute, aren't you, my love? Now, that's absolutely fine to be all over the place, but it doesn't help you center yourself to moving forward, to actually looking for your heart's truth, for finding that thing that within you would genuinely help you towards that happy future. So this is where the happy thoughts comes in. Your change card of happy thoughts is telling you that every so often, when you've got the opportunities in front of you, the options in front of you, you start going, what, where, how, why? Ooh, but what if? But maybe. Oh, but what happens then? Or maybe not so much the grass is greener on the other side, but maybe that would be the better fit on the other side. So you start centering on one thing, and then all of a sudden you start questioning whether that one thing is the thing, and move over to something else, and move over to something else, and move over to something else. So you keep flitting instead of actually focusing. Now, when you start asking those questions, you tend to start going to the, but what if it goes wrong side of things. We all do. It's a natural thing to feel. It's a natural thing to worry about. But what if it doesn't go wrong? What if those happy thoughts lead to that happy future? What if actually asking it to go right helps you get to that right place? So this is what they're trying to tell you right now. Instead of constantly flitting from one thing to the next because you're always worried that something's going to go wrong if you stay too long on this plan or that plan, focus on the happy thoughts, which will bring you to your thankful place where you are cuddling very cute kitties, because that will bring you to the point where you can look on what you've got, what you need, what you want, and appreciate what you've already got. Appreciate what you bring to get what you want. I can understand that. I can understand that you keep thinking, yeah, if I set myself up for the worst, I don't have to worry about it going wrong because I've already planned for it. I'm like that. There are times when I catastrophize anything and everything. But you have to remember the opportunity to go right is also right in front of your fingertips. The opportunity to get it right is also just as viable as the opportunity to get it wrong. Unless, of course, you're looking for a date with my husband, because I usually keep it pretty busy, so you're not going to get much of a date with him lately. All right, my sweet? Look at what you want instead of looking for the negatives. Look at the happy thoughts, the happiness that can come from things, instead of always focusing on the negative, and see the things that you bring to the table. Be thankful for those positives in your life instead of fearing the negatives coming forward instead. All right, Jodie? I hope that makes sense for you. Let's have a look and see who else is hanging on. I will tell you, he's a very good cook. Anna Ivor. Hello, Anna. I saw your little icon picture there. That was a really lovely one. That's it. What a beautiful, beautiful picture. Looks like a sketch drawing from back in the day, doesn't it? Let's see what we've got for you, my love. Oh, I'm being brought forward a cuddly, nurturing, grandmothery type figure. I'm not sure she would be a grandmother. Could be a great gran or an aunt. She's from a couple of generations back. I'd say that she died somewhere in the mid to late 70s to early 80s, mid 80s, somewhere in that kind of 10-year gap. Very cuddly, very nurturing, very present. When she was there, you knew she was there. When she was with you, she'd give you your time and attention. But she'd always got lots of people around her. Always, not the life and soul of the party as in a party animal, but the person you know. Really, I hope so. Only you would know her better than I. She's sending lots and lots of nurturing feelings your way. Let's see if she can pull a card for you as well. She's being careful. She's taking her time. She's holding her arms out like she wants to give you a big hug. It's almost like the hugs would make everything go away. The hugs would make everything right. If you went to her with a scraped knee, the knee was instantly fine. If you went to her with somebody had been mean to you, then she made it not as important. She's offering you that hug right now. I often see people, if I'm physically with you, I will see people in 3 different stages, 3 different positions. One of them is literally touching you. The next one is kind of a step back, almost like you're teaching a child to ride a bicycle, and you're kind of hanging onto the back and you're telling them, no, I've let go, I've let go, I've let go. Honest, I've let go. And then the further one is the kind of cheerleader crowd behind you. At the minute, she's not quite holding you, touching you. She's not quite holding you up, but she's within step to do so. So she's telling you that she's there to support you, but you don't quite need it as much as you think right now. Now she's telling you, firstly, right now, let go of stress. And your future, you will be taking things one step at a time. And one of my favorite cards in this deck, how you will do that is light. Look at that unicorn. Isn't that spectacular? So, let go of stress. Let's have a look. What is stress? For you, my sweet, stress is picking up other people's issues and kind of holding on to them, caring more than is needed for the situation. So let me just say one thing. I'm on camera, my sweet. I need privacy. 2 seconds, my lovely. Like I said at the beginning, I'm at my daughter's place and my grandson is oh so lovely, tried to put things away because he's a good lad and he wants to tidy things up. And there we go. He's stepped away again so that we can have that privacy. Oh, I am sorry about the interruption. He was trying to do the right thing. Right, let's get back to you. The stress angles. Everyone has day-to-day stress. Everyone cares for their friends and their family and trying to do the right thing for their friends and their family. With yourself, my love, it's almost like, well, it's not almost like, it is like, you might have wages, money coming in on the 20th, just picking a date at random there, and you get a bill come to you on the 1st and you can't pay that bill until the 20th. That's absolutely fine. You sit there and you go, yes, I've got the money to one side. I know I can definitely pay that bill on the 20th. And then you sit there on the morning of the 2nd and you go, oh my God, I've got to pay that bill on the 20th. And then the next day, oh my God, I must remember to pay that bill on the 20th. And you carry on, and you get more and more stressed to make sure that you pay that bill on the 20th. But that stress isn't giving you anything. It's not benefiting you. It's simply dragging you down with stress you don't need. You have a problem, you have a solution, and you have that outcome that will happen. But in the meantime, you are sitting there with the stress of, what do I do? What do I do? What do I do? What do I do? But you've already done it. You already know that it's solved. You already know that you're going to come to the right outcome. You don't need to hang on to it so hard. You don't need to give yourself that added pressure each day of, but what if, but what if, but what if? Okay? So what they're telling you right now is, why are you adding that much stress to yourself? Why are you, again, another ridiculous situation. Somebody comes to you for the number for a plumber. You go, here's the number for a plumber. And the next day you go, did you call the plumber? Yes, I did. The problem solved. Thank you. But did they do it well? Did they do it cheap? Did they fix the leak? Did they solve the dam? Did you get all the things sorted? Did they set up? 1 second, guys. I'm streaming online. 1 second, really, really fast. Sorry again, folks. That is my granddaughter. trying to be helpful to her mum and her stepdad. So as I was saying, instead of going, yes, here is the plumber's number, here is the solution, I've given it, I don't need to stress on it anymore, you carry on stressing. Did they leave a mess? Did you get the leak sorted? Did you get the damp sorted? Did you get the carpet held? So you grab it and you add more stress to it than the situation needs. Okay? That's where you're at right now, and your grandmother is telling you to let go of that stress. Put it to one side. Do not hang on to it. Do not do anything with it, because it's not doing anything for you. The change that you need to do, as I said, one of my most favorite cards is light. It's letting that light in. It's looking at yourself and saying, I've got this sorted. I don't need to stress on it. I don't need to focus solely on that for all time. I look at what I've done. I have sorted out the bill to be paid on the 20th. I don't need to stress on it anymore, because situation, resolution, solved. I don't need to stress on my friend's plumbing issue anymore, because I gave them a plumber number. The plumbing issue got solved. I'm okay. Now, it's really hard to do that. It's really hard to keep that up, especially when you've got a catastrophizing nature like I do. It is much easier to sit there and go, oh my God, I've got to do this, I've got to do this, I've got to do that. Which is where your gran is telling you, one step at a time. Your future is full of letting go of the stress, but it will take time. This is a situation that you can't just go, click, solved, everything's fine again. You need to work at it, and you need to keep reminding yourself, I'm going overboard here. I don't need to go so overboard here. I need to calm it down and deal with it calmly and deal with it rationally. It's not going to overwhelm me. I'm not going to let it, because I have the problem, the solution, and the resolution. Okay? I hope that helps you, my love. That hug from your gran looks oh so welcoming. She's there for you. She's giving you that hug. And when you need help, she will help you. She will remind you with that nurture to put the stress down, to look after yourself, to put yourself first. Okay, my sweets? Let's see who else we've got, my darling. And again, I'm sorry for the interruptions. It is grandkids doing good things for their family. They're not used to be doing this here. Okay, Bree, you did come through first quite eagerly. So let's have a look back at Bree. I'm also getting a very strong pull to, is it Krishna? So we'll do Bree and then we'll go to Krishna. There we go. That is your present card. Not a gift. I keep these cards myself. That is your future card. Wow, and they're very quick to give you your change card there, Bree. Oh, Bree, you are also hanging on to things too much. But your future is full of happy thoughts, as long as you enjoy your imagination. Okay, so what we have here is a little bit of a theme going on at the minute, isn't it? You're overstressing, you're overworking, you're overthinking, you're over-pressuring yourself. Bree, give us a quick hey, darling, because I saw your name come up a flash in a second ago. I mentioned that you were still here if I did get... There we go. So, your stress. Yeah. It's the overthinking that you do, isn't it? It's the always questioning, always overthinking, always the what if this and the what if that and the what if that goes bad and that goes wrong and that goes right and those kind of issues. Well, your people are telling you that you need to do a little bit of the imagination the other way as well. You need to be looking at the what if it goes right What if I don't need to stress over this? What if I do actually win some money on the lottery? What if I do get this right, get that bonus, finish that job, find the perfect gift, instead of stressing that you will make a mess of it, get it wrong, do things the wrong way around? This is your change. This is all about flipping the perspective. It's all about, instead of going, actually, I've got this stressful problem and I'm going to focus on this stressful problem. Actually, I've got this problem. I've now got the perfect solution. Let's imagine I get it completely right. This is what I can do. This is how I can solve it. That will bring you to your future where, instead of focusing on the stress of things, you start focusing on the happy outcomes and what when things actually go your way. What when somebody does go, oh my goodness, I would never have thought of that. That's amazing. You've definitely got me right. Okay, put the stress down that you don't need. That's the key example. Put the stress down you don't need and flip the perspective. Instead of what if it all goes wrong, what if it all goes right? Okay? Now, I'm pretty sure, moving on, there was a young lady, Krishna, in your emoticons you had, there you are, sorry, I mispronounced your name, Carisha. My apologies, I don't mean to say things wrong on purpose. I see your name come up in a flash, so I kind of just got a little bit of a halo around you straight away. Now, I know you mentioned that you're going through a lot, you're going through a situation at the minute. Now, I've already got your present card. There's your future card. And let's see what you need to be doing right now. Now, obviously, with this deck, I'm just going to show you the back of the cards. You can see there is no way on this planet, holding it up with that terrible light, there is no way that I can actually see through to deliberately pick the cards I think will help. These are all pulled from spirit. So where you're at right now, my love, light. That's your current. Future. Love and affection from your parents. And how do you get there? Simplicity. Now, I am going to just kind of paraphrase there. I misspoke a little, to be fair. Your now is light. Your change is simplicity. And your future, yeah, it says love from your parents, but this is not what we're talking about when we're talking about relationships here. This isn't about involving other people. This is about yourself. So you are struggling a lot right now. I know you said that in your comments. It doesn't take a mind reader to say that you've got a lot going on. You've got a lot in your mind. What your cards are telling you is that right now you need to start valuing yourself and not doubting yourself. The light card is telling you, if you had a 5-year-old in front of you and they gave you a drawing, you would happily pick that drawing up and go, this is the best thing I have seen in my life. I'm putting it straight on the fridge. It's so impressive. I'm so proud. Amazing. Even if you have to ask them, is that a dog or a cloud or a dinosaur, and then get told, actually, it's you, mummy. Okay? You can sit there and tell that child all that light and promise and future is right in front of them. You can tell them that they've got skills at this. They can string the beads together in the perfect pattern. They can do the picture with all the perfect colours. They can climb the highest. They can swing the hardest. They can run around the fastest. But what you can't do is see that for you. What you're struggling right now with seeing how you're doing things right, how you're actually succeeding in things. You're challenging so much, putting so much pressure on yourself that all you can find in you is condemnation. And all you can find in you is the, I made a mistake, I should do this better, I should do this, I should do this, I should do this. It's not about questioning yourself to be the best that you can be. You're questioning yourself quite literally into the ground and forgetting that you have skills and talents and value. You are loved, whether by people present physically in this world or people that you can't see right now. They're still people, they're still there, they still love you, they're still around. You need to stop dismissing their opinion. And by that, I mean, if I come up to you and say, your hair looks amazing and your dress looks fantastic, you'll go, oh, no, I could have done it different. This dress, oh, I only threw it on. I should have put, oh, it doesn't fit right and it's not the right colour and it would have been better. You constantly put yourself down, dismissing that my opinion is, you look great. By telling me, no, I could have looked better, you're actually telling me my opinion doesn't count. That I must be stupid because if I think you look great when you could have gotten a different colour or a different style or whatever else, then I must be an idiot because I can't see that you should have done it better. It's not a kind thing that we should say to our friends and family, and it's the most certainly not a kind thing we should say to ourselves. So what you need to do with your light card right now, actually as an order, as an instruction, is when somebody says to you, you are amazing, say, thank you, I try. When they say to you, this is incredible, you've done fantastic, thank you, I'm doing my best. We know that you are. You'll get there by simplifying things. I'm going to push this one a little bit closer to the camera because you've got the unicorn with all of his friends. There is little bunny and bunny and puppy and his little birdie there by my finger. That's a very peaceful landscape. That is telling you that you need to simplify the pressure that you're putting on yourself. You need to simplify the demands that you're putting on yourself. You need to, did I try my best at this? Yes, I did. Did I succeed? Not maybe 100%, but yeah, I got better than half and that's a success. Then that's the simplicity of it. Nobody expects anyone to be perfect. Perfect is a fantastic ideal to aim for, but it is not attainable. It is something to aspire to with the knowledge that we're not going to reach perfection. It's humanly impossible. So stop judging yourself against perfection and actually look at what's achievable, what is realistic. Now, I'm not saying don't aim high. Aiming high is different from aiming for perfection. So if you don't hit your perfection level, let's say there's something going on at the kids' school and they want everyone to donate something to eat and you can only find the time to get to the corner shop and buy some cakes or biscuits or whatever else, then okay, maybe not what you wish to do, maybe not with everything in front of you you would have planned to do, but still an awful lot better than sitting there going, can't do a thing. You're trying, you're present, you're doing what you can, and you're still condemning yourself for doing your hardest. Now, your future, once you've started simplifying things, like once you've started calming things down, your future looks like love from parents, in which you are given yourself, you give yourself that total, absolute, nurturing acceptance for what you are, for what you do, and for what you can achieve. You accept you accept what you bring to the table, and you accept that sometimes your best doesn't hit your target, but it's still a lot better than what you claim, what you put on yourself. Your efforts need that respect that you would give to other people. Now, when we look at the Hollywood drama seasonal film and we look at the perfect idealized relationship, our parents, like I said earlier, they give that unconditioning love and acceptance. They give that nurture and that promise. You can do all you can do. You can be all that you can be. You can do anything and achieve anything if you put your effort into it. If you eat your greens and do your homework, do your exercise, and try your best, things will improve. Things will get better. If you accept that you are overthinking, over condemning, over judging yourself, and get past that, you will see that actually you're a damn good person and you shouldn't be so harsh on yourself. Realism is there. Yet you're not going to hit perfection. Nobody is. But you are going to get close. And the more you try, the closer you'll get. The more you condemn yourself, the more your hand will shake and you won't hit anything. This is just about giving yourself time. Stop overthinking. Love yourself. You don't need to be perfect at all times for all people. You just need to try, and you're doing that. Okay? Now I am getting a gentleman. I know you mentioned your circumstances earlier. I believe that was yourself. This gentleman is standing, touching you. He's touching you, trying to hold you up. He's touching you, trying to support you. He's touching you, trying to give you that love and affection that he feels. You just have to let yourself let it in. You have to let yourself appreciate it and feel it. Okay, my love? He's giving you hugs. He's giving you love. He's giving you his energy as much as he can. But you need to accept it. You need to stop blocking the doors by just shredding yourself daily. All right, lovely? Now, that brings us up to about 5 o'clock. I don't think I'm going to get time to do another read in there. If you take a look for me, I am on Facebook. You can find me. You just need to look for Titch's Psychic Mediumship and Spirit-Led Oracle cards, and we can set up private readings if you would like to. There will be a charge just because of the amount of energy it takes to do a really focused reading. Take care, everybody. Thank you for telling me where you're from. It's nice to hear from our friends all over the world. Look after yourselves. Be kind.